So far we've been doing logarithms of nice round numbers, but of course in real life that isn't all we're ever going to want to do. So let's tackle some slightly more complicated things. So remember that x is equal to the log of y, and we're just going to be dealing in base 10 for now. But the same principles apply throughout. And I am going to walk you through a few things over a couple of videos, and of course you're going to be using your calculator for most of this, but I think it is important to have a think about where those numbers come from so that you know if the numbers that come out of your calculator are sensible or not. Okay, so we know that 0 is equal to the log of 10 to the 0. Yeah, in fact, let's write this as 10 to the power x, yeah, which is equal to log of y. Yeah, let's write it out like that. So 0 is equal to the log of 10 to the 0, which is equal to the logarithm of 1, because any number raised to the power 0 is equal to 1, and we know that 1 is equal to the logarithm of 10 to the power 1, which is equal to the logarithm of 10, because any number to the power 1 is equal to itself. Okay, so we know, but how about all the numbers in between? So we know that if y is in between 1 and 10, then x is going to be between 0 and 1. Okay, so let's just work through some examples. So how about 1/2 or 0.5? So 1/2 is equal to the logarithm of 10 to the power 1/2, which is the same as saying the logarithm of the square root of 10, which is the same as saying, and the square root of 10 is 3.16, so that's the logarithm of 3.16. Okay, and how about 1/3? 1/3 is equal to the logarithm of 10 to the power 1/3, which is equal to the logarithm of the cubed root of 10. So these are our rules for roots that we learnt before. So, and the cube root of 10 is 2.15. So 1/3 is equal to the logarithm of 2.15, and 1/4. So 1/3 is 0.333 recurring. 1/4 is 0.25. So 1/4 is equal to logarithm 10 to the power 1/4 is equal to the logarithm of the 4th root of 10, and the number that you have to multiply by itself 4 times to get 10 is 1.78. And I got these numbers out of my calculator, I'm going to admit it. Okay, so those are all things we've encountered before. Now how about if we want to know what is the value of the logarithm of 3? So here we need to find out a value that we raise 10 to. So what's this value? So logarithm of 10 to the power something is equal to the logarithm of 3, and then that something will give us our value for x. And here I did go and look it up in my calculator. So this is 0.47, let's say. So this is, again, an irrational number, and this has been calculated by someone far cleverer than me, but take my word for it. So 10 to the power 0.477, so 0.477 is equal to the log of 3. And you'll see that as 477 is in between 0.33 and 0.5, so 3 is in between 2.15 and 3.16. And let's just do another one. So how about if we want the logarithm of 2? So then again we need to find a value to raise 10 to, so that 10 to that power is equal to 2, and that number is 0.301. So again, I got this out of a calculator, and so 0.301 is equal to the logarithm of 2. And again, so 2 is in between 1.78 and 2.15, and the logarithms are also in the same sequence.